Welcome to another episode and video on my Arduino Yun, which is Arduino with embedded Linux, with USB storage for a data file, data log file, and fischertechnik motors, a phototransistor and a lamp. Last time I was mostly focused on how to get data nicely in a table so I could read it in a mathematical program called Octave. And in Octave you can do very nice things with data. Now, as usual, I want to test how things are working. So let's see how things are. And of course, turning the knob is not really useful without data. So I have already logged into the Arduino Yun to mount the USB stick. Storage stick, because in Linux you have to mount it. Mostly in modern Linux it is plug and play, but in Arduino Yun it's a little bit outdated, so I have to mount it manually. So I have done that. And then I can also manually review the data. And the other one, as you may know, if you have watched this series, then I'll have to give keyboard input in order to make everything have effect. So, giving keyboard input right now. That also means that without doing anything special, apologies for the bit of shaking of the camera, that the purple line is showing information on pulse width, so I can, let's see if I can make that a bit more visible. Well, just small peaks and pikes, but anyway, that works. So, going back here, I will now turn everything at this action should have effect only on the left hand side motor, although I do not sense that really. I do see action here, and I do see action here. But I would like to see some action on the motor, driving slower or faster. And I have to state that I do not see that. Now I see it going faster and slower. Now I see it. Alright. So then it comes to that motor. Let's turn it like this so we can see something, or try to see. Well, the oscilloscope shows nice graphs, but okay, data has ended, that's why. And well, okay, things are the way they are. Then next thing, is this working? Well, transistor is showing absolutely nothing. The lamp is showing the same thing as with the motor. So I may have to rethink that. But that's for another thing. For another time, let's refocus on the data. So now, as I said, I have a manually mounted USB storage, and data is not being entered anymore, but let's take a look at the data as it is now. And here I put it in tabs for having an equal amount of data. And the thing last time was that that Octave had problems with spaces. So here I have removed all spaces, and I have to look all over again for removing all spaces. This is console, so that's no problem. And I think I did it quite well at the moment. So let's run it and see whatever happens when I actually oh, that's another point, of course. I have to remove the current file, because if I go there and let me take the M file, how does that look? See, and this is the problem. This will never be accepted by Octave, all the spaces. So let me quit viewing, remove both data log files, alright, and they should be recreated immediately, but let's see how that works. Yes, that is a problem. I still have to select the proper port. Forgot about it. Now it will be better. Yes. Timeout, board not connected. I don't think so. It says done. So let's re-enter. And feature some data. As you can see, here is immediate effect. There's not too much data because I want to see how this is responding. Again, taking the M file. And this is a lot better. Yes. This is something I can work with. And I do hope yes. So I quit this. Now I have to open now terminal and use SCP to copy everything from there. Let's put it here. Alright, and now the question is it being accepted in Octave? So that's the next step. So time for Octave, and I've tried a couple of things. Let's see if this is going to work. I tried this one and I tried this one. I only copied M. So copy, paste. Syntax error. Why is that a syntax error? Do I have to load it first? Could be. Unable to determine file format. It is going to do it the same way as the last time. Hope not. Another syntax error. I had some kind of result last time, and with all these attempts and well, short history, I honestly don't recall what I did, how I did it. So this doesn't really work. This doesn't work, obviously, regarding the syntax error. Although it does work, but it says there's, oh, I get it. It has a syntax error on this one, on the square bracket, because it has a special meaning in Octave. That is the point. So it is not about me loading this one, it's a square bracket. So I have to go to the data and yeah, how then to distinguish it? Well, I let go on the square brackets then. Is there any other point where I put columns in? Yes, here. So this is, I think, a lot better, which also means that I have to remove again the data log, all of it, and then upload. What's wrong with this? This is strange. Alright, selecting the... It happened before that it lost the board somehow. Very strange. Now it's going to be here shortly. Okay, have to log in again. Input. Yeah, input is clearly given. Also have to see what's in it now. Ouch. Okay, that's not good. I don't like that. Okay, let me remove everything once again. It's still building up, so I can check and... Oh, that's not good. Why is this still in here? It's data. I must have forgotten something. Yes, I've forgotten one. Okay, this is better. So, upload. Have I forgotten another one? No, this is all as far as I can tell. Yeah, this has been all. Log in again. And remove again. It's being created automatically. So just some data. Again, immediate reaction. What's in here now? And now the brackets are finally gone, which is good. And let's wait a little bit till the data runs out. And then see once again for the result. So data has run out, and as well as this one, but now everything seems to be alright. Now of course I have to recopy the file. Which is this one. Go to Octave and let's see whatever happens. Which one is doing the right thing? Okay, so it goes here and it says a syntax error because of this. No, it doesn't give a syntax error. So if I, and that's typical. Usually what is happening here? Oh wait, do I have to do it again? Parse error, syntax error, where? Alright, so first it gives a syntax error right here, where I think that square bracket is the culprit. And then it says this is a syntax error with .n. Am I getting this nicely or not at all? Alright, let me do it in a different way then, because I got this using this one. A is data log m. Alright, so this is something very different. Why is it doing this one? Usually when you load, when you assign something to a parameter or to a variable and to put the variable right here, then it prints the contents of the matrix, because this is actually a matrix. But it says syntax error as if you have put some value in it. And that doesn't quite work. So this implies that I have to find out how a table should be read in Octave and to be exported or to be imported. Because I had not expected something like this. I don't know yet. Anyway, time to find out something more about Octave as well. I'll let the Octave study, etc. For next time. I want to focus on lamp and transistor now. The output for a transistor is next to very zero. See the lowest line on the oscilloscope. Now, if I look here, the feed for the lamp, which has a very faint glow and nothing but that, it is connected to the same feed as this motor. So when I now pull this motor, oops, be careful, of course the motor stops, but what happens with the signal for the lamp? Well, nothing much. It is pulse width modulation, and That is exactly what it says. So I assume then that I should take a very different signal for the lamp as an input. So motor working again. And why is this going wrong? Alright, some contacts. But I have to rewire this lamp. And then the question is, of course, to which or to where? And that's a very good question, because everything or most things here are pulse width modulation based. The only thing I can try is to put it right on this circuit with the RC, which gives a very faint glow. But it's 5 volts anyway. So if I do that, I might get a different signal. So remove the motor. Hope that this wire is just long enough. And I don't get any improvement. Well, I do get an improvement on the lamp. So let's move it over here. Put the wire just somewhere here, and that's it. But that's also for next time to improve. This is a bad decision. And with that, I thank you for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel, give the video a thumbs up, and leave a comment. You can also follow me on Twitter. If so, please retweet, like and leave a comment. You can also follow me on Instagram, like and give a comment. Please donate to keep videos coming to you. You can also become a patron and have your name mentioned, either just on my website or with my videos, depending on the pledge you make. And this is going to be continued, obviously. And as a last thing, let me try to wire this up. And it's too bad it's twisted wire. And this is better, but it has hardly any effect on the oscilloscope image. So I don't think it makes quite an impression here. Not as much as I had hoped. Anyway, that's it. Bye bye.